Oh, God.
Uh, all right, it's 7 o'clock, Thursday, July 16th, 2015, and we're nerds on the couch here, and we got a lot to catch up on. This past week has been a huge San Diego Comic-Con week, the last week, and we got a lot of highlights and stuff to talk about. Of course, you know, the cosplay pictures are on our page, and you can definitely see some of the highlights we had, but I got to bring up the biggest thing that happened in Comic Con, and that was DC Comics. They dominated this year.
Oh yeah, they got everything, especially with a movie that we're looking forward to next year, Batman
Are
The
versus
we?
only
Superman.
one?
Well,
Yeah.
there's Batman versus Superman and Suicide Squad. Both look awesome. We looked at the trailers. Oh my god.
Well,
Yeah,
I gotta say that when I saw the Batman versus Superman, I was wow. They put so much in that trailer that it's just like I'm stunned. That one, yeah, the storyline is still a little iffy. They're still being elusive with it, which of course is natural. You know it's Batman versus Superman, but in this trailer, oh my God, we saw so many goodies.
You got much more of Lex Luthor, and I'm liking him.
oh, he looks evil. He looks a bit evil, but you know what? They didn't show me enough that Superman's gonna be doing enough that he's gonna be more than just a super punching bag. That's all I can see from Superman so
What
far.
do you mean? You saw the Rock. You know what I liked is that they establish that there is, or again, how Superman changed the world. And they showed. I mean, they showed the trailer where he saves that. I guess the astronauts from that
Hmm.
explosion. He's saving people from natural disasters where instead of people like writing down FEMA or SOS, they're putting the Superman symbol.
on
Because that's
on their
something that,
houses.
no, it's something that would happen, wouldn't it, in real life? If there's
Yeah,
crisis in the world now, if Superman was real, let's be honest, we'd be putting Superman symbols,
I
you
think
know.
actually I think people already do. Um, there's a couple of things that you know what I did like about the thing about the trailer. It establishes that Bruce Wayne was in Metropolis during the time of the fight between Zod and Superman, and also there's the fact that you saw the body of Zod, and you know how that's going to be worked into the series, into this movie.
And you
Well,
got to see Kryptonite.
Mm-hmm.
well, there's two things I really liked about the trailer. One, I don't hear Ben Affleck talk at all, so that was
Yeah,
great.
yeah, I knew that was coming. Yeah,
I
Second,
was waiting for that.
second thing that I
yeah.
really liked about it is, Jerry Eisenberg. He's surprisingly, I'm liking him in the movie. He looks like a giant jerkwad, and I could totally see a giant jerkwad being Lex Luthor. That makes sense to me. Especially, you gotta remember that one scene where Superman's bowing down to him. You know what I mean? So something's going on there.
Well, there are like the weird like scenes that kind of throw me off, like the steampunk Batman one with the Nazis and all that, which is like I'm just waiting. I'm curious to see how they're deal like what that is.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, the
I
one in
figured
the
out what
desert.
I figured out what they did with this movie, man. It's gonna be a ripoff of Warrior. Superman's trying to get to, where he's trying to get. All these different gangs are gonna get in his way.
Superman.
Well,
Some
you mean
Nazi
Batman?
Superman, come out to play, yay.
Well, you mean Batman? Because it looks like they were beating up.
Yeah, they're beating on
Well,
Batman.
you know, at the beginning of Warriors are together and then they get separated, right? So they're gonna
Right.
be reuniting somewhere along the way. And Wonder Woman just happens to be along. I'm telling you, it's just like Warriors. That's just a Warrior story right there.
Well, Wonder Woman looked really good in the trailer. I mean, she looked awesome, the costume and everything.
Yeah,
But
we don't really see her do much though. That's the only thing.
yeah, you see
Well,
her do this and also
Yeah, we
a
see the
couple of things.
that's about it.
Well, still, I think we saw pretty much a lot. We saw her get smacked against the wall. We saw her take it and look at it like, I'm going to get some more. Jump in. You saw her clash the things to get her gauntlets together, and she made like a sonic or electric wave or something.
Actually, the best thing I saw for Wonder Woman was the fact she had a shield and a sword. I thought that was great. Just that was enough for me. I'm like, okay, there, it establishes she's a warrior. I like that,
I think this would shut up a lot of the critics who said she wasn't right for the part. She looks amazing, especially since they showed us now the toys. We saw the dolls and everything of her, and God bless DC Comics for pushing them to do equal merchandising. And they said we're not going, because Marvel Comics got a lot of flack for them covering up the Black Widow, especially in merchandising and toys and all that, because she was excluded from a lot of things. DC Comics went and said, no, we're not excluding her, we're pushing her. There's going to be tons of Wonder Woman merchandise. And they said in the same toy aisles where you're going to see a Batman mask, you're going to see a Superman cape, you're also going to see a Wonder Woman tiara and the bracers for her, because they want people to acknowledge that she is a equal member of the superhero community.
Right, but we're talking Wonder Woman, dude. Wonder Woman is established. There's a lot more. She's more established than Black Widow.
Well, whose fault is that? Is it us? Because I think people like the Black Widow, and again, we're not getting pushed. They're not pushing her.
Well,
they could, but they're not.
Well, when they put together Star Wars merchandising, they still had Princess Leia's. And Princess Leia was out there. Was it the most popular mono? Was it the most popular
action figure?
Action figure. Was it the most popular one? No.
Poster-wise, yes, it was.
Actually, that was the thing people said, is that people had Princess Leia action figures because that was vital. And, in the T-shirts and all that, you see Captain America, you see the Hulk, you see Iron Man, you see Hawkeye, no Black Widow.
No Black Widow.
And to me, she was like one of the best. She really stood out. So far in the 4 movies that we've seen her, she's really stood out. But,
and she's really been in each one of the movies, too. Why don't they give her enough acknowledgement to have her as an action figure?
And at least to make the point, at the DC panel and all that, they said there's a Wonder Woman movie coming, full steam. It's going to happen. It might be a flashback movie. It might take place in World War II.
Ooh.
But there's a Wonder Woman movie.
Cool. Well, I mean, it just comes down to, well, a lot of fans are, have gone ahead and beat their chest and said, hey, where's our Black Widow? And I guess DC said, no, we're not going to deal with that. We're going to go ahead and give them what they want.
You mean Marvel?
Talking about DC, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, most of the news was in TV. And I can tell you this, I used to look at CW as a joke. Not anymore.
Well, sis, my daughter would yell at you for that comment.
I said I used to.
Not
I mean,
anymore.
that used to be the show that they would always have the teenage, whatever,
Star-crossed.
romantic comedy,
Well, hold on. Have we forgotten Smallville that quickly?
Of course he has.
Yeah.
Alzheimer's.
Smallville was a great show, and keep in mind, it lasted for how long? 8 years?
I have to go ahead and
Holy
state
fuck.
this. You know what? I didn't watch Smallville because it was on the CW. I never had the chance to watch it because I was like, where's the CW? Oh, it's one of those channels. Okay, well, oh, wait a minute. There's something over here.
Yeah, but, Smallville was okay. I mean, there was a lot of times with Smallville, though, it was a lot of flash no substance. You gotta admit that. I mean, I'm happy that it was there. It was something we could watch for DC, but right now, if I had to choose between watching Smallville or The Flash, I would watch The Flash.
Well, their shows have gotten better.
I wish, again, it's still rumor, but I wish Smallville was in the same universe as The Flash. It would have made sense, it would fit, and it would have given Tom Wellington the opportunity to appear as Superman in a crossover episode. But unfortunately, we don't know if they're doing it because Batman and Superman appear to be off limits for TV.
Yeah.
Which is a strange
I want to. Not really. I wouldn't want to see them in the same world. You know, the thing I disliked about Smallville is they never really expanded on the characters that they had. They give you a taste of it, but they never really respected it enough to do more with it. You know, what I like about the Flash and Arrow is they do show you the bad guys and they do expand them a little bit. They don't just show you, oh, here it is and that's it. You know, like Blue Beetle and Gold, Booster Gold, that was awful. You know, oh, here, there you go. Oh, there we go. You know.
Well, same thing like with the Wonder Twins. Remember?
Oh,
They had
Yeah,
the
I
Wonder
mean that
Twins
too,
in
you know.
Smallville.
Oh.
Yeah, the Wonder Twins. I remember that too. Again, on the one hand, yes, I'm glad that they're acknowledging and putting them there. On the other hand, it was just like, well, like I said, it's Flash and substance, really.
Yeah, but I do want to point out that they do mention that in the future, Flash is a member of the Justice League. So it lets you know that they're there.
Yeah, what they made and everything. I mean, they really, really, um, they really went ahead and pushed. They gave you a bit of the future history,
One,
and that's very important.
what I like, and going ahead and seeing some of for the Flash as well as, and I'm gonna have to admit to Chino, because it was on the CW, I used to not really pay attention to Arrow. I started seeing the back episodes. I'm really caught into it now, and they have some good stuff for this next season. Because a lot of it is going to have to deal with the League and Ra's al Ghul directly, and it's really looking good.
Actually, that was this season, dude. That's done. He's moving on to Damien Dark.
Yeah,
Damien
they
Dark in
kind
the new
of
costume.
moved on from.
Actually, the
Yeah,
new
they kinda-
if you see the new Arrow costume, it looks a lot like the Smallville Arrow, actually, or Green Arrow from Smallville. They've kind of made it
Well,
look similar.
no, I'm not to the one that I saw for the. I mean, Ra's al Ghul has been in it, but
He's dead, dude.
I mean, it's
Oh,
he's
come
dead.
on, dude.
He
Just
hasn't
because
seen that
Rachel
far.
Gould dies doesn't mean he's out of the picture.
Dead, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's not. But if you follow Arrow, they stick to one villain throughout the season. First one.
Yeah, but I
first
got the
season was not
impression
the
that
person.
I got the impression that he'll be back.
Possibly.
And I
but
think
we'll see
David.
how
I
they
think
fit it in.
David got the impression too. It looks like he'll be back.
So, do you
Well-
think the Reverse Flash will be back in the next next installment?
I don't
Yeah.
think the story is finished with him.
Mm.
I think majority of it got done. I think the second season is probably looking more superhero-ish.
Mm-hmm.
Looking at the that season finale, even though it was cool and all that, it did leave me kind of like, well, where are they going with this?
Yeah.
Yeah. You what, dude? I brought that up last time. Were we talking about the Flash?
Yeah, the Flash,
Yeah, the Flash pissed me off. Yeah, I was like, oh, really? Really?
I have to wait for this
Oh.
more.
Oh, no, yeah, they got me, dude. I'm gonna be there,
Well,
yeah,
it was kind of like the adventures are beginning. It was like the season finale of Daredevil on the Netflix.
Yeah.
You finally saw him in the costume. You finally saw him being the superhero. And again, we know that season 2 of Daredevil, it's him being the superhero. It is him now. When they casted Elektra. There's a Punisher. They even mentioned the possibility of Spider-Man appearing, the possibility of Agent Coulson appearing. And so now we're starting to see Daredevil, the superhero.
Yeah.
And now we're going to see Flash, the superhero. He might be in the new costume. He might be already taking on the superhero role of being out there and people seeing him and, doing all the stuff he does.
Yeah, but when it comes to Daredevil, dude, I'm looking forward to it, and I hope they bring him in somewhere. Bullseye. I want to see Bullseye in Daredevil.
Yeah, wait for that.
I don't know how that'll work out, but yeah, Bullseye's got to be in there somewhere.
Well,
Yeah,
if you're having superheroes, there's going to be bad guys.
Oh yeah, there has to be. You need the bad guys. Without the bad guys and the superhero, all they do is kind of do the flavor of the week. I mean, it's going to be Hollywood Squares all over again. We don't want that. Also,
what I want is I want more of a presence of the Hand. I want to see more of the Hand.
yeah.
just got a taste of it with the one guy. You know, those guys are an army. So or the
Well,
chase. I would love to see the chase too.
oh yeah,
Oh, dude,
but
with Daredevil, there's a whole universe. I mean, all the history that's in there and how faithful they've been with the comic book. Oh my God, it's just unlimited now with what they can do and the crossovers, and it's mind blowing now. They're not afraid to do anything.
mm-hmm. And then well, whereas DC is not afraid to do anything, it seems that Marvel was kind of on the wayside for the TV. It was really bad for them. It was kind of their
Have you seen
boring
Have you seen the one for upcoming Shield?
upcoming Shield.
It
Which one?
didn't impress me. They
You
had
didn't think so? The Kree's
No.
coming.
No, the Kree was kind of like, yeah, but it just looked like. Well, I gotta say first, the season finale kind of like left me like I didn't care.
Yeah, you didn't care that that girl got eaten by that monolith thing, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
well, with David, when it comes to Agents of Shield, I mean, I like the one thing I think is interesting is they're bringing out the Secret Warriors. I think that's interesting. I like the fact that Sky is going to be recruiting other people into this group. You know what I mean? So that'll be interesting. It'll be interesting how they get that off the ground.
well, they realized somewhere along the way, ABC or the guys behind the show realized, how can we save this show?
Yeah,
And they said, we got to bring in superpowered beings.
yeah.
People don't really care about Shield itself. They don't care
About
that
the
you
guys
have
on the ground.
No, they don't care.
Yeah.
People want to see the superheroes, and I'm in the same boat. And starting with Mockingbird was a good start.
Yeah.
I can kind of understand ABC's perspective, though. I mean, they did have a superhero show not too many years ago, and that didn't really go anywhere. You know what I mean?
Which one was
So I
that?
can kind of see that. Oh, it was called the Secret Family or something. You know what I mean? It had
yeah.
Michael Chiklis.
Oh.
Yeah, the
And
guy
they
who
didn't
played the
last that
Thing.
very long. Yeah. So they have had superheroes in ABC, and it hasn't worked for them. So
Yeah,
we'll
but
see.
come
We'll
on,
see.
dude. That show was like a weird family show, and yeah, it kind of went nowhere either. The writing was just terrible. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? It was
So,
like
talking about that, I'm sorry.
What?
No,
Talking about
Go ahead.
Well, I mean, talking about that looking so lackluster and terrible, I saw the preview for the upcoming Heroes, redone, revamped, whatever. Oh, dude, talk about poor fest, no care whatsoever.
They put it together
Nothing
because
for
it's
me to go
money.
ahead and even bother. It just shows how much that CW is doing it right.
I'm gonna
Well,
watch it.
I'm still mad at NBC for Constantine because they didn't give the
Yeah.
show a chance.
They canceled it just when they were
Well,
getting good.
Well, to be honest, NBC's getting it everything wrong. I mean, they're canceling Hannibal, and I think that's probably one of the best shows they have on NBC.
They have still one more season to go through.
Yeah,
I
and
think
that's
no.
it.
Well, to bring up Hannibal again, I think they hit that wall. I think they just hit a wall. There's nowhere really for that character to go anymore. And I kind of figured the show was only going to be on for a limited run. I didn't picture that show being on for 7 seasons or 8 seasons and all that. Eventually, it was just going to get tired. And with Constantine, they had a lot to work with, but
Mhm.
it just seemed that they just didn't give it a chance. When it was
Well,
on,
They
there
put
was
it.
no advertisement. They just didn't care.
They
Yeah.
put it at the wrong time. They went ahead and made it sort of the Constantine / Grim Hour.
Yeah.
Well,
Hey.
here's some. Let me point something out about Constantine and NBC. NBC knows time slots. They
Mhm.
know that when they put a show on a certain time slot, how relatively it's going to be. If they had faith on their show, they would have put it in a better time slot and all that.
Mhm.
They put it on that time slot because they knew it was going to die. They just wanted it dead. It was just like, we're obligated. Somewhere along the way, they got obligated to do it. Here it is. And even though it had potential, again, it wasn't perfect, but it had potential. they just killed it. They just messed it up, and so
They wanted it. They wanted it to go ahead and compete against.
Grim.
No. It was with Grimm. They wanted it as a show to compete with Sleepy Hollow, and it didn't do it.
Well, did it really need to compete with Sleepy Hollow? Because
That's what they wanted.
even that show
went too. I mean,
Yeah,
that was just like.
that show got killed too anyway, and part of it was just that these guys just don't really know. It's the same reason I'm worried about Supergirl.
Yeah.
That it's on CBS and all that. I'm gonna confess, I saw the pilot.
What did you think?
It
Oh,
didn't
horrible.
impress me. It didn't impress me at all.
That's what I thought.
You know what? There was one thing I liked about Supergirl. That dude with the axe. That axe was awesome. I thought the axe was that's the only
Was it-
thing I can say I really liked about Supergirl.
Was it better than the
Texas.
Wonder Woman that we saw?
The
Yes,
Wonder Woman
but-
pilot?
Yes, it was better, but again, anything. Babylon 5 was better than the Wonder Woman pilot.
Ooh, Babylon 5. You brought
I
I
like
love Babylon 5.
Yeah, me too.
Boldly Going Nowhere. That's what that show was called.
Well, talking about
Oh,
old
yeah, they're in the
shows
space
being
station.
canceled, there is a movie that the trailer went out during Comic-Con that has my interest, and it's starring Nathan Fillion and other members, but mostly the guy, I'm a Leaf on the Wind. Gotten the actor's name.
Alan Tudyk.
I don't think that's a movie though. That's a TV series, isn't
It's
it?
a
No,
TV
Conman. Is it a TV series, Conman?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a TV series.
Oh man, that's gonna even be better because you know what it reminds me? A better version of Entourage.
No. Let's
I wouldn't know, dude. I've never seen that show.
No.
No, better version.
Entourage is like the unfunniest comedy anybody ever sees. I don't even know what the appeal to that show was. But no, the Con Man, what it basically is, it's a parody of Firefly fandom.
Yeah.
That's
Yes,
all what
it
it
is.
is. Okay, there was a hit TV, the guy, because he starred on not even a
Hit
hit,
TV
it was
series.
like a
Canceled.
cult,
Canceled.
sci-fi.
Halfway
Yes,
through.
cancel. David, did I miss canceled? You kept going.
Yeah, you did miss
Canceled.
it. Okay. All right.
All right.
But it's just a parody of the stuff he's doing. That's all what it is. So I don't even see it like 2 seasons. I see it maybe like doing, I don't know. These shows are great. They do like one thing and then they disappear, like that Other Space on Yahoo.
Yeah, but you know what? The reason the show's gonna have appeal is we want to see more of the Firefly guys in the show. We already saw Zoe, We're gonna get, Jean and, River in the show somewhere. That's what we're gonna watch. We want to see them together.
Yeah, we want to see who comes on.
I think it's gonna be hilarious.
Well, one, again, going back to DC that we definitely need to talk about
Oh yeah.
was the Sherman, you got to fix that sound, man. Somebody has to fix that.
Here now.
What's going on, Sherman?
Is there a tornado in Florida right now?
Oh, that would be my superific.
So that's why.
Okay.
You sounded like one of those people. It's little around the rain, and I just saw a house go ahead and fly by.
But here I am on Nerds on the Couch, still doing the show on Mr. Hurricane.
Hey, Sherman, open your window. I want to see if there's a woman in a bike out there.
You want to see what?
If there's a woman out there on a bike.
I like the Pentatonics version better.
Oh, but we got to mention, this to me was the grand winner. I know DC Comics didn't want to release it, but they should have known. They should have known in this day and age of secret cameras, cell phone cameras, which are sharper iPhone cameras, which people have done full-length movies on, the trailer was going to leak. And so finally they were like, oh, well, here's the trailer. That Suicide Squad trailer was just awesome.
That was awesome.
Oh, yeah.
You know what? Go ahead, David.
Well, I was going to say, DC went ahead and put out sort of a comment about this. You shouldn't go ahead and pirate videos like this, and because of that, we're having to go ahead and release it. Oh, my word. So we pirate a video, and then just because we pirate a video, we're going to show you, we're going to release the video. That's really showing us pirates not to do it.
Well, hey, David, leave him alone. That's good. Don't reprimand him. We need more of that.
Yeah,
I know.
We're bad.
But you know what? It's
We're
just
sorry.
one of those things that it's gonna happen. There's gonna be pirating. I mean, I've been over there to San Diego Comic-Con. They tell us, well, the companies aren't gonna bring out these trailers anymore if we pirate this stuff. That's why you got to keep your phones out. And you know what? People are still going to do it. They're going to do it because, you know what? They're going to say,
They
you know
wanna
what?
see it.
We want other people to see. We want other people to experience this. I'm bringing this out to you. And you know what? The people are going to do it. Period. And
Yeah.
And you
And
know
here's
what?
the
Just
thing:
let it
it's
out.
free publicity. It's free publicity. I mean, with as many leaks that they already had with, that movie already, it's like.
Okay, Leaks went ahead and made a Deadpool movie. Let's just say it. Leaks made a Deadpool movie, which was really well
it was-
received over there at Comic-Con because they loved it.
All right, Sherman.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna break down and I'm gonna
Cry?
go with it. No, I'm not gonna cry. However,
That trailer was so good. Oh my god.
Jared Leto has me thoroughly impressed.
Yes.
The trailer.
Yes, I have to agree with you.
And it is not a Batman that we've seen before in regards to in the movies. We've not seen this Batman.
You're talking about Joker.
Joker.
Or Joker. We haven't seen this Batman or Joker anyway.
Okay,
But
hold
you know
on,
what,
hold
that was
on.
my other question, because I wasn't expecting him to show up, and it looked like there was a Batman in a couple of the scenes.
Yeah, there was.
I saw there was footage that they were shooting that scene outside in Toronto, Canada, and
Yeah.
so there was tons of people walking around. They were shooting at like at 3 a.m, and there was tons of people outside. You know, it's a public area, and they were taking pictures, filming, and all that. And yeah, the Joker's driving around in a Lamborghini, and Batman's stunt double is on that. He wasn't wearing a cape, but he had dots on the back, so we all know it was going to be CGI because capes are unpredictable.
Yeah, they
so
killed
they
so
get
many
some-
superheroes.
Yeah. So obviously, Batman's going to have a cameo in the movie, and still, I gotta say, with Heath Ledger, I liked Heath Ledger's Joker, but with Jared Leto, I'm completely afraid to be in that same room with him.
Oh God, he is frightening. It is. Okay, if I was in the same room as that guy, I'd be cringing in one of the corners and saying, "Please don't make me laugh."
Well,
I mean,
there's
I
one thing
wonder
you
how much
gotta-
weight he put on.
Why?
Well, he
Joker's
lost all
skinny.
that weight for that one A's movie he did.
Yeah,
Well,
but
he
it's
looks
Joker,
fit.
man. Joker's skinny, so.
Yeah, they showed him shirtless, and he's in shape. I mean, that's the thing I gotta say. He looks like in shape, but we're not used to when we first saw the picture of the looking, and,
It was a punkish goth look.
but now that you heard him laugh, now that you heard him actually talk, and with the up close shot and all that, that was just. He was so frighteningly scary. He's a scary Joker.
Much better than the Joker for Justice, Young
Batman
Justice.
Returns.
No, Young Justice.
Oh, good. I thought you were going to say the Cesar Romero Joker.
No, Cesar Romero was freaking awesome. Even
Yeah.
with that mustache underneath all that makeup.
Yeah, but when you think about Suicide Squad, though, you know, they have a lot of characters in this movie. You know they're gonna die. I mean, you know there's gonna be death left and right. I'm kind of looking forward to see who's gonna bite it and when. You know what I mean? It's gonna happen.
I agree, and I tell you what, you know, just looking at the trailer, wasn't impressed with Will Smith.
Really?
Boom. Said it.
I didn't even know he was
see
in
how
it.
it goes. Yeah,
Yeah, he's
supposed to be
Deadshot.
Deadshot.
He's not the well. I gotta say he didn't really stand out much. You saw
No,
him
he didn't.
like boxing. You saw him walking, and then you saw him like jump off a building and his
And hugging his kid.
Yeah.
yeah.
Right.
I don't know. To
but-
me, they showed him a lot, you know, and it just wasn't okay. All right, he's in it, and then they showed Killer Croc.
But you know, well, you know who's getting all the attention, and Renee's mentioned this. Harley Quinn's getting all the attention.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
where everybody's attention's at.
It's always the crazy ones.
Well, let's
Yeah, but are they gonna have her?
Let's call it what it is here, okay? Jared Leto is probably going to have a small cameo in the movie, but his presence is definitely going to be felt. Just like Batman. Batman's going to have a small cameo, but we're going to know he's there. The one who will probably steal the show will probably be Harley Quinn.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Definitely.
Especially seeing the first shots of her like hanging upside down in that cage. Come on.
Going all Cirque du Soleil.
Yeah, because that's how she is. You know, she is an amazing acrobat, and we don't know if Poison Ivy is in that universe. More than likely, she probably is. And you know, she kind of enhanced her with her drug regimen and all that, made her physically stronger and more agile and all that to
Well,
keep up.
Oh, wow.
One of the other things that I liked the scene where she had the bat and she acted like it was a shotgun.
Yeah.
That it brought out the character, you know, and it's little things like that that bring out the character. It felt like Harley Quinn.
Yes, and go ahead, Sharon.
I just kind of wish that they would have gave her the what do you call it, the mallet instead of the hammer.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe in the next movie.
Right, but you know, I want to see her do something. So far, we really haven't seen her do anything action-wise. We've seen her do a lot of posing and doing a lot of stuff, but I want to see her in the nitty-gritty.
Well, this is still
Her-
TV, man.
Dude, this is
Well,
the
they did
trailer,
show her
dude.
killing. They did show her killing one of the guards.
Yeah. It was a quick shot of her like doing some
She
martial
tangled
arts
him up.
thing, and she snapped the guard's neck.
Yeah, action.
This is a
action-wise-
trailer, man.
But
You're not gonna
action-wise,
see everything.
action-wise though, we did see more of Deadshot doing action stuff. You know.
I didn't even notice him because Harley Quinn was there.
Come on, look.
I tell you what I want to see, and I want to see how they're going to play Vixen, because you know Vixen has a cartoon coming out in a couple months.
Mm.
Yep. We talked
That
about
is
it
a
a little bit.
character. That is a character that her time should be coming. I would have loved to seen her in the movies. She is an awesome character. Yeah, the TV. We saw little clips, what they showed at San Diego Comic-Con of the Vixen series, and it's about time that character got some attention. She really stood out in Justice League. Remember with the Unlimited cartoon?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so her powers are cool and all that. She really deserves her shot at the limelight. So I hope that, again, you see her in the movies. I hope, maybe in the Flash or the Green Arrow series.
Maybe.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see who they get, but you know, you also gotta remember, Vixen was Vixen was one of the ones that came out in whatchamacallit. She was like one of the mainstay of the Justice League for a time, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember Vixen.
In the comic, she was dating Green Lantern in the Unlimited series. She was the supermodel.
Yeah, in the cartoon series. And in the comic books, she was a member of the Justice League like in the 90s. And then, you know, they kind of rebooted the Justice League and they stuck to the core members and all that.
She got booted out.
Yeah.
She came back. She came back to the main lineup back when they revamped the Justice League again. You know, Justice League's always been.
Yeah.
and I've been watching a little bit of that series, and that's been pretty cool because they've been bringing in like a whole bunch of characters and stuff.
Talking about CW, though. Oh, sorry, Sharon.
including Shazam.
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 Well, it's Go ahead, Chino.
Talking about CW though, we also saw the good two Legends of Tomorrow that you mentioned a while back. We also finally saw a trailer of that. That's interesting. I want to see more of Hawkgirl. I want to see more what they do with her. That'll be interesting.
I agree with
They both came out. I didn't realize this until I started rewatching The Flash, the season finale. But they showed two interesting characters. They showed Killer Frost in like one of those flashback scenes of the future, and they showed Hawkgirl towards the end of the show. So we got two of them coming, already there in the show. They're just gonna, bring them out.
Well,
Yeah,
that
it's
season
interesting.
finale
That
scene
whole-
with the time, just kind of like, to me, felt like, oh, here's what's coming.
Yeah.
Here's a little
agree.
preview. Here's a little taste of the future.
But then you know what? That's what a good season finale should do. Bring you in, make you want to come back for more.
Yeah,
And I
bastard.
think they did that.
I gotta say the best season finales was always the Star Trek Next Generations,
Oh
because
yeah.
they left you with the two-parters, and you hear the dun dun dun
Yeah.
dun dun dun.
Yeah.
It's to be continued, and
And
we knew we had a whole.
hated it. And we hated
I hated it. I was like, darn! I have to wait an entire season. I have to wait till next year to see that. Oh my god.
I don't know. I'm gonna go
Actually,
against
there
the
were-
grain here, and I'm gonna say The Walking Dead. Go season finale.
Okay,
The season
talking about
finale-
Walking Dead, by the way.
Please always get me.
Hold on. The season finales for The Walking Dead are kind of the same as the season finales for like Game of Thrones. You have the big dramatic moments where somebody dies,
Yeah.
and then you see them like at their worst, and then like, oh my God, how's it gonna be? Just like I'm not gonna give it away, but the season finale for Game of Thrones. Everybody was like in shock. Everybody was like, "Oh, what are we gonna do?"
And you know what? I guess you can say that about Walking Dead, but say this about The Walking Dead, but with the Game of Thrones, I mean they said it from like season 1. Everybody's gonna die, so it's like you can't really be surprised when somebody kicks the bucket.
Well, that's
Although
what
I will
liked
say at
about
the
it.
end of the first one, was it Snow's dad when he got his head chopped off? I was like, are you freaking kidding me?
But that was just the beginning of the slaughter.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they just keep the red wedding, the purple wedding.
Everyone was waiting for that purple wedding. Everyone was waiting for that, and they loved it when it
What?
came out.
What? He dies? I haven't seen it yet. Damn it. I didn't know it.
Everybody dies.
Like I said, with finales, it's like what Sherman says. You get the Walking Dead endings or Game of Thrones endings, where they leave you like with a big splash, and you're like, well, what's going to happen? Or they leave you with the cliffhangers, like the Star Trek ones, or Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. kind of left you like that. Or they give you a preview of like what's coming in the next season.
hmm
And it's kind of like, okay, pick one. And that's what won me over, because I got to mention, the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. didn't do anything for me.
No.
I don't care.
Talking about Walking Dead, there is a new sort of spin-off series which is Fear of the Walking Dead.
Yeah, it's
That's
up
coming
in
out.
Canada. They're filming that all
Oh,
over Canada.
Canada.
Well,
Oh,
they do the whole
Lame
series.
Canada.
Even The Walking Dead is shot in Canada, because...
No, I thought that was in Georgia.
Georgia.
Oh, no, the prison. I forget. The prison was in Canada, because it was a famous abandoned prison that they used for all the movies and everything. It's in Canada, and that's where they shoot Orange is the New Black in between the season of The Walking Dead.
Oh, crossover! I gotta see that. I gotta see a crossover of that.
Here comes Crazy Eyes.
No, Crazy Eyes, don't hang out with that zombie.
Talking about Walking Dead, I just want to go ahead and say Bruce Campbell is back as Ash in Ash versus the Evil Dead.
Oh God, that's hilarious.
Takes
Oh,
place
You know what I like
25
about it?
years after Army of Darkness, man. 25 years.
Well, you know what I like about it is that it has, instead of going ahead and making new special effects or anything like that, it's the same kind of special effects. It's the hokey feel that you
Practical.
still get, that turning the head around and all of a sudden, it's evil grandma, um, you know, going ahead and,
Ash getting full of blood, everybody just getting drenched in blood,
Yep,
and
yep.
he's cutting
Yep.
all their things.
And as a disclaimer for you young folk out there, if you didn't know it before, what's his name again?
Bruce
Bruce
Campbell.
Campbell.
Ash?
Bruce
Campbell
Ash.
is the guy from Burn Notice,
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
the
that's
best
true.
friend.
The best friend
Not
from
doing
Burn
that
Notice.
Saturday Night Live skit. What is Burn Notice? It was on for 7 years and nobody knew.
Yeah.
I liked it.
You're the only one.
You're the only one.
I watched it. Me and my wife used to sit back and watch it. But it was one of those shows that it had us for a little while, and then I don't know, just drifted off into the sunset by itself.
Yeah, it happens to do. Yeah, I gotta agree with you. Same with me.
Do you
You
know?
know the one thing I wanna. You know the one thing that like Ash versus the Evil that gives me hope. That they're gonna make Boba Hotep 2. That's what I'm kind of.
Oh, Bubba Hotep was really good. I
Otis-
appreciate that.
He
What is his name?
died.
Otis, what's his name, died.
No, Bruce. Even Elvis died in that one.
Yeah, Elvis died in that
Elvis
one, yeah.
died in that one. And he was the real Elvis. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was also the real John F. Kennedy.
But the thing about Bruce Campbell, he's a great guy. I just love his acting. I like the way he acts and everything. Even when he was, what's his name? Well, here's an interesting thing. Lucy Lawless is going to be in that series also, and they used to be together in Xena.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
You do know what his first acting gig was, right? His first movie?
I have no idea.
It was a Herbie movie. It was the final Herbie movie.
Oh.
Before they went ahead and did a new Herbie, it was, I've forgotten what the name of it was.
No
No
it was
one will
for,
see it.
No, it was for ABC when they had the ABC
It was correct.
Disney.
Yeah.
But that wasn't his first movie, dude. His first movie was Evil Dead.
Well, no, I'm talking about, in the public limelight, because Evil Dead was sort of almost straight to video
Well,
when it came out.
he
It
was a
still
college
public.
kid. Yeah, I mean, it was released and it was a cult film, but he was a college student with his roommate was Sam Raimi.
I know.
They did Evil Dead, but also, when you're talking about that Herbie the Love Bug.
That was the first big movie that he was in. He did it.
That wasn't
for
even a
Dark Knight.
movie, dude. It was for the ABC.
TV. It was on for TV, but it was
Yeah.
a TV movie.
And two, he was doing Briscoe County Jr. at the same time.
No, it wasn't. That was early '90s. Well, I'm talking about '88. It was.
Nah.
I don't see it on IMDb, man.
Yeah,
I don't see
dude.
Herbie the Love Bug.
Well, it wasn't called that. It was probably called something else. But it was Herbie the Love Bug.
Well,
but
it
wasn't
was
called
called
that.
The Love Bug. It was
There we go.
1987 when he did that. But let
It
me
was
see.
'97. I thought that was a lot earlier.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me see.
No, it's 90.
91 was Lunatics, A Love Story. No, it was 97 when he did the Love Bug, man. His first movie, if you really want to know, and I'm looking at idea, was Oedipus Rex, and that was a short. It's Murder was 1977. Shemp Eats the Moon. That was another short. Okay.
You know he came
Well,
out.
then
in
I got it wrong.
He came out.
Well,
in
yeah.
Darkman, too.
Yes, he did. He was the final. He is the guy that turns around at the very end of the movie that Darkman had turned into.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, dude, I'm looking at this. He did Evil Dead. He did Evil Dead 2. He
Two.
was on Not
Then I'm
Acting.
standing corrected.
Yeah, he did Moontrap with the original Chekhov.
Yeah.
Which is that weird-looking sci-fi movie, man.
It was that weird sci-fi movie where they went to the moon and they found cannibalistic robots that would go ahead and take dead bodies and and make them in some kind of cyborg thing, and was trying to kill them on the moon, and they escape. He escapes with this ancient girl and everything.
And Walter Conan set up like a moon tent and had sex with that alien girl.
Yeah.
My favorite
Check
thing.
up.
My favorite thing with Bruce Campbell was he came in a movie. I think it was called The House of Wax. Oh no, 2 or Wax House 2 or something. And there's a good scene where he gets flailed. He gets flailed, and they rip his skin off, so he's hanging there and he's flailed. And the hero starts fighting with the bad guy, and then she throws salt, and it hits him, and he's like, "Ah!"
That's comedy.
He also came out in Escape from LA. Let's not forget that.
Oh yeah.
He was a plastic surgeon guy.
Oh yeah, that's right.
He's in all sorts of movies, man. He goes up there. He's up there on the wall of guys that's in movies.
I'm looking at his IBM list, and my God, this guy.
He doesn't turn down many movies.
Well, he directed his own. What was it? The Man with Two Brains or something?
Yeah, he was in that.
Yeah. The Man with the Screaming Brain. Yeah.
Yeah, The Screaming Brain. Yeah.
Yeah,
that was a good movie. That was a great movie. I love Bruce Campbell in B stuff, man. I do. I love him.
Yeah, he's great. He has fun with it, I think.
But remember, his best role, Ticket Taker, Spider-Man 3.
Well, if you want to check
I can't let you in.
If you want to check out this TV series, it's on Stars. And I kid you not, I love the date that it's going to be released. October 31st.
Yes. There's something to do for Halloween.
Yeah.
Actually, there was a scene better than the Ticket Taker, man. He was the announcer. Remember? He's like, "What do you call yourself, kid? The Human Spider." What? That name sucks. Amazing Spider-Man.
He gave him his name. That was right.
Hey,
That's right.
it helps when Sam Raimi is your best friend, okay? Because then he hooks you up, man.
Well, they say that he shows up occasionally over in Vegas when they do the at the Hard Rock Hotel. They do the Evil Dead, the musical there, and then he shows up every once in a while. Has fun with them.
Yeah, but I can't risk, going to Vegas on the off chance he may or may not be there.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
The thing that sucks about conventions, and we'll talk about conventions in a bit, he's exclusive only to Wizard World.
Mm-hmm.
We can't get him here.
Yeah.
Maybe Sherman can.
One of these days, my friend, I'm going to have connections like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's closest to a Wizard World than we are. The next one he's going to be at is in Austin on Halloween, and that's going to be tough for me to get over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
All right, what else?
That kind of depresses me. That in order for me to go and see Bruce Campbell in all of his glory, would be to hop on a plane, go to Austin, wait, and then probably knowing with my luck he's gonna cancel because he has a hemorrhoid or something. I don't know.
Well, that's the funny thing is it's in the same state, but the state's so big that
anyone outside of Texas will not understand. I remember years and years ago, I was talking to someone on the phone about trying to get, let me see, what's it called? No, you gave me the Alzheimer's. Anyway.
We're only running out of time here.
Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust, and I talked to the guy on the phone. He's like, "Okay, we need to get this film here," and they're like, "Well, it's going to be showing in Houston." All right, I'm like, "Okay, dude, do you understand how far away Houston is?" And he's like, "No." Okay, that's about 12, 14 hours away. Oh, there's one in Austin. Okay. The same thing. and I even told him I'm closer to San Diego than I am to Dallas. Okay, there you go.
People forget that. People just don't understand that. Me and the guys, we're going to Houston next week to cover Space City Comic-Con, and it would be a shorter distance for us to pack up and go to LA
Yeah.
than for us to pack up in El Paso, Texas, and drive to Houston. It's going to
It's
take
almost the same.
longer.
It's almost the same distance for us to go to Seattle.
Yeah.
And even then, I wouldn't mind going to Seattle Comic Con because that's a pretty good one.
Yeah. Plus, it's nice and cool out there.
Yeah, but I'm not going to be rained out.
Yeah, we get sick of the rain after a while, man.
I mean, they're so used to the rain up there, though. But you get up there and it'll be like, okay, it's raining, yay! And then like an hour later, it's still raining. You're like, hey, man, I want to die.
I'm starting to melt. I'm starting to melt.
Okay.
Too much hydration.
we have concerts here that get rained out. When you have a concert over there, do they get sunned out?
It's too dry for the locals.
You know what I think of when I think of Seattle? I think of that Deep Space Nine, Star Trek Deep Space Nine episode where the Ferengis are talking, and he's like, in Ferenginar, or I think it was called Ferenginar, there is no such thing as crispy. The word crispy doesn't exist in our language because their planet is always raining. There is no such thing as
mush.
crispy.
They have 50 words for mush, but no words for crispy.
That's hilarious.
That's like the Eskimos. They had like how many words for snow?
For white.
Yeah.
And they have no words for hello.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, we have to get to the meat.
What do we have left?
Did we talk about Star Wars?
Yeah, Star
Yeah, we
Wars,
have to
Star
talk
Wars.
about Star Wars, man.
Yeah.
Behind the scene footage that they showed. And oh boy. Woo!
The Han and Leia kiss. Like everybody was freaking out over that. Oh my God, they kissed again. Yes.
Well, I gotta say the one thing that impressed me, and I'm so glad J.J. Abrams went this way, was that it is not CGI heavy. Yeah, it's gonna have CGI, of course. You saw some green screens and all that, but the sets. Oh my God, the sets.
The
And
aliens.
aliens and everything.
Practical effects.
I'm sorry, I was watching this and I mean, to quote the comedic take, bathroom break.
Okay.
Oh, we don't want to know. We don't want to know. We don't want to know. We don't want to know.
And we
I got excited. It was nice. I'm going really. I'm waiting for December.
There goes our 40,000 plus viewership now.
Oh, no. Okay, all right.
To the last
Sit
show.
back with a box of popcorn, eating, waiting for David to say something else.
Oh,
There's
my
one
God.
person.
Well, as much as self-love, I wasn't that excited, but I was pretty thrilled to see that. You saw the one thing I think the video, and I definitely got a message received, was the love.
Yeah.
You really got that all these people, all these actors, everybody that's involved in this is just like, oh my God, I'm in Star Wars.
That's cool.
Yeah, and it's just absolutely amazing. Every actor is like, oh my God, I'm in a Star Wars movie. Oh my God, I'm acting next to Han Solo.
I can die now.
Even our man Samuel L. Jackson was like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Even to the point that he had to ask for a purple lightsaber. I want a purple lightsaber.
Yeah, it's like, hey, which one is yours? The one that says bad?
Bad at motherfucker. Oh, that was
All
great,
right.
John. But that was if I needed a word to describe the whole trailer, definitely love. Also, Stormtrooper with a flamethrower. Ah! My favorite things: Stormtrooper and fire.
That might explain how Aunt Beru and Uncle Owen bit it.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Hey, maybe he was the one that did it.
Yeah.
Well, no, because then he'd be like 80
Ancient?
years old.
Yeah,
Do
do
you
you
think
remember that last
stormtroopers
time we
would
were
ever-
on Tatooine? Yeah, that's when I flamed that man and that woman. I think it was Owen and Baru.
It was just some old couple that we just had to knock them out right quick.
No, don't you remember in Troopers it was that whole drug bust thing going on?
Like, all right.
For as much as Star Wars is good though, it didn't have the one thing I wanted to see, man. I wanted to see that Claymore-looking laser sword. Oh.
The
I think
laser
they're
sword.
holding on to that. I know we're gonna see a whole bunch of that. In the next coming.
You're
I
gonna
wonder if
see the
right before it
toys.
comes out,
You're
man.
gonna.
I'm
You're gonna
waiting on
see
it
the
to come out.
toys.
Pretty soon it'll be out in Walmart, in the kids section.
My
I'm
eyes!
just trying to figure out how they're gonna make it the ones on the side go, because you can do that and make the main part of the
I'm
sword
waiting
come out.
for
But you do that.
I'm
swing
waiting
it that way and swing it that way. You get the two sides.
Well, you know what's gonna happen, man. They're gonna one day someone's gonna come up with a practical effect. It's gonna be a real light laser sword, and someone's gonna poke their eye out.
Yeah, that's what I'm waiting.
Well, what they had that video where the guy actually gets what was it? The guy holding up the mic gets sliced all the way through.
Oh, that was in Spaceballs, dude.
Spaceballs, yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, he did it.
He did it. He did it. What?
Spaceballs.
That raises an interesting question, though. Are we going to see parodies of this Star Wars 7? I don't know. It'd be interesting.
You know,
Of course you're gonna see parodies.
Of course they're gonna be.
I mean,
parodies.
come on.
Actually,
The guys that do Haunted House, the Wayans brothers, are just waiting to go ahead and do this.
They're licking their lips.
Except- Except that Disney, they know that they're gonna have to fight the mouse.
Well, look,
actually,
if they can do a parody of the glittering vampires.
Twilight.
If they can do a parody of Twilight, they're gonna do a parody of this. Matter of fact, yesterday I was watching a parody of Fast and the Furious.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Faster than Furious or something like that.
Yeah.
actually, they already did parodies to it, now that I think about it, because remember they had that picture of C-3PO with the cave, remember the bad cave? So, parodies already started,
Well, I mean, come on. The first parody movie ever was Hardware Wars.
Oh.
That was the first parody movie ever. It was.
Yeah, you're right. You're right on that. I have to agree with you.
Yeah.
I thought it was Mel Brooks' History of the World.
Part 1.
No, this one actually came first, but I'm thinking, please, Mel Brooks, come back and do Spaceballs again before you die.
Yeah.
Spaceballs
Spaceballs the
2.
sequel.
Spaceballs 2. They search for more money.
Yeah.
He kept promising.
Well, he came up with the TV movie, with the cartoon series, and that cartoon series was like, oh, really?
Yeah, that was uncomfortably awful.
Yeah. I was almost like, really? We have to sit through this?
That is a great way of phrasing it. I gotta put that on a T-shirt. Uncomfortably awful. That is a good one. That's a good phrase.
Yeah, very descriptive.
Yeah.
Dude,
Well,
and
that's
you know
how I
what,
felt.
Renee? When you start selling the T-shirts, there it is, uncomfortably awful.
Yeah, for Nerds on the Couch. Yeah.
Uncomfortably awful. Hey, they would be great on this shirt.
Yeah.
Let's do
That
it.
would be pretty awesome.
All right.
There it is. Great minds at work.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we hit upon our hour, and we got a lot to talk about. But first, a couple of things as we're wrapping things up. We're going to be taking a little vacation. We're going to be going to Space City Comic Con in Houston next week. I'm going to make out with Karen Gillian. If David's lucky, maybe a fat Sailor Moon. And,
They have an abundance of those.
yeah.
So it's safe to say she'd be the full moon.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awful. We're gonna get letters. We're gonna get letters.
That
Who
is
sends letters nowadays? Just emails.
Yeah, we're going to get angry emails.
If somebody out there has a pen, and a piece of paper ready to go and an envelope, and they'll find some ancient place with a stamp and they'll mail it.
You know what? That really inspired me. I wonder if we're gonna see a Lady Death Star. That'd be interesting.
Oh.
All right. Well, we got to be going. So again, we're going to be on vacation. We are going to talk to the Border City Comic Con guys in a little bit later in our little special interview with them. Hopefully they get off work and join us soon in about half an hour. But if not, you can catch it on our YouTube channel. We will be posting regular updates of our trip to Space City. And Kelly is going to be going some places too. She told me, so she'll be posting regular updates. And again, we have a lot of conventions to talk about. We got Border City Comic Con coming up, and then we got the Las Cruces Comic Con too. So there's a lot of fun coming up. Be sure to check out the latest nerd news on our Facebook page. And whenever, keep up with us, Nerds on the Couch. We'll see you.
Bye.
Peace.
Deuces.